welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Luz, and today's video is my monthly makeup basket. I'll go ahead and show you guys everything that I put together in this little basket here for the month of February. So if you're interested in watching what I pulled out for the month of February, then just keep on watching. So here is a quick little look of my makeup storage for this month. Still looks pretty much the same as last month, and here is my monthly makeup basket. I already did put away the eyeshadow palettes that I had here, but everything else is still on here. I'm gonna go ahead and clear it out, that way we can get started and fill up this baby with some new goodies. All right, here we go. Let's start off with the primer. So for primer, I am still gonna keep using this YSL primer that I have. It's part of my project pan, so I will keep this here along with my Smashbox primer water that I use every single time I put foundation on. And then I'm also going to include this CoverGirl Vitalist Go Glow because I am going to be having a matte foundation, a couple of matte foundations. So I do want to keep something to give me a little bit of a glow. So I will be including this one. For foundation, I am in my winter shade, so I'm not as tan as I usually am in the summer. I do have a couple foundation options for my current skin tone, so I am gonna pull out 3 foundations. So let me explain. The first 2 foundations I am gonna use together. This is the Maybelline Superstay stick foundation, and this is in the shade 312. So I'm picking this one up, and I am going to mix it with 310 from the actual liquid foundation. This is just a little bit too cool tone, and this is a little bit too warm. So together they do create a perfect match for my current skin tone. So I am going to be using this as a combo. And then also that foundation that currently matches really good is this CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in shade T30. I have 3 of these foundation shades, and I really enjoy this foundation. So I want to use it now that it matches me pretty good for the month of February. So I'm going to include this in here as well. I might as well continue with face products. I am going to add 2 setting spray. This one I like to use after powder, and then this one if I feel like my skin is a little bit too dry, especially with that matte foundation, I like to include this on here as well. So I'm going to add these 2 setting sprays. For the rest of my face, I'm also going to include the Wet n Wild contour stick in Call Me Maple. I always use this if I want something a little bit more bronzy and I want like a cream contour or bronzer. And then for cream contour, I use the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks. These are the shades that I have. I use Bamboo, Mocha, and sometimes I use Trippin'. Not a whole lot, but they look cute together. So I'm going to add this in here. And then the bronzer that I am using is the Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. This is also part of my project pan. So this is what I will be using for bronzer. To set my face, I am going to be using the Airspun. This also is part of my project pan, and my MAC Studio Fix in NC42. This also is part of my project pan. So this will be going in here as well to set my face. For eyeshadows, I pulled out a few. The first one is this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette in the shade Not a Basic Peach. Haven't used this in a long time, so I'm excited to play around with some of these peachy colors. And then, oops, from Wet n Wild, I'm also going to use this Stop Ruffling My Feathers eyeshadow quad. This was a limited edition from last summer, I think it was, either summer or spring, but I am busting it out for the month of February. I am also going to be using this Huda Beauty Electric Eyes palette. This is one of her little tiny palettes I absolutely love, and I want to get the coral one. So I'm planning on doing some pink looks this month. So this one would blend right in with the February Pinky Valentine's Day tones that we're looking for. A new palette this month is this one from Tarte. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. I used to have one of these, but I recently decluttered it. It wasn't really a favorite of mine. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit and see how I like it. The shades just seem like they're so similar to each other, and I don't think I can pull a whole look with just one eyeshadow palette. With this eyeshadow palette, I'd have to pull out a couple more shades than this. They all just look so similar, and I bet on the eyes they probably look so similar as well. So I am gonna pull this one out. And then this I did get from my BoxyCharm. So if you didn't, if you don't know what BoxyCharm is, I'll go ahead and leave a link down below where you can get about 5 makeup or beauty products for the low price of $23 with tax. So yeah, it's really good deal. This eyeshadow palette is super duper old, but I want to get use out of it, and that's the Manny MUA and Makeup Geek collaboration. Super duper old. I probably should not be wearing it, but I'm still gonna, because these shades are beautiful, and yeah, they are all work really good. I can't get rid of it because it's just such a good product, and I'm not gonna get rid of really good products if I know that they work. It's just so creamy. Makeup Geek products are just outstanding, and all these shades are so wearable. So definitely gonna be playing with this. And then the last eyeshadow palette I'm pulling out for this month is this one by MAC. I have MAC and ColourPop shadows in here, so this is what that looks like. I'm not so sure 100% the names of all of these eyeshadows, and I don't want to pull it all out and mess it all up. So I know that some of them are ColourPop and some of them are MAC, and then these two are definitely MAC. This is Orange Mandarin, I think it's called, or Mandarin, something Mandarin, and then this is the Blunt, I think, by MAC, and it's a little bit more cool toned, definitely a lot more cool toned than this bronzer here. So I'm gonna be playing with both of these, and again, just a nice little peachy blush to go in here. Speaking of blush, I am gonna go ahead and pull out 2 more blushes to play with. One of them is this Wet n Wild limited edition Hummingbird Hype. This also came with that other eyeshadow, part of that collection. I think it was summer of last year, but it's a really pretty corally, peachy, goldy blush. It's a really nice as a blush topper or just as it's on its own. It doesn't really swatch the best right there, but it is really nice on the cheeks, and all my brown girls, it's really brown girl friendly as well. And the next blush that I'm going to pull out is from MAC and the Mariah Carey collection. This one is an older blush as well, and it is limited edition, and it's called Sweet Fantasy. It's such a pretty pinky blush, and it's not at all as peachy as the Mandarin one. It's more of a pink base, and I think it will look really good with all these pink colors that we're pulling out for February. And for highlight, I'm pulling out 2 highlights, and one of them is this MAC Molten, what are you called? Molten Gold Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter. This is from Maybelline. I did put my freaking nail in there, but this is what this one looks like. It's definitely more of a gold highlight, and if you are super duper fair, I'm not so sure how well it will look with your skin tone, but for us medium olive brown girls, this looks really nice, and it's really smooth. I really enjoy this highlight. The next highlight that I'm gonna pull is this one from Artist Couture, and this is in the shade Illuminati. This one was part of the BoxyCharm maybe like 6-7 months ago, but it's a beautiful, very pigmented highlight. And this I feel like will look great on any skin tone, whether you are lighter skin tone or deeper skin tone than me. It will look beautiful. It's really powerful. It makes an impact, especially if you wet it. So this is what that looks like there. So pretty, really beautiful. And then because I am feeling a little bit bored with the Coty Airspun, I am going to pull out my Revolution Luxury Banana Powder and Luxury Baking Powder and Banana, just because I'm really getting bored of this and I want something a little bit more yellow tone to mix in under my eye. So I am going to pull this one out. And then this highlighter palette from Anastasia is part of my project pan, so it's also got to go in here. A few more goodies. For mascara, I am still working on my Wander Beauty Unlashed. It's a nice natural mascara. I do find that it's very curling for my eyelashes, and mostly I use it to mix in my falsies with my real lashes, but on occasions I do wear it by itself, and I think it does a pretty good job. For my lower lash, I am pulling out this new one from Wet n Wild to get the skinny. I've never tried this mascara before, but I do like a separate mascara for my lower lashes, and this one looks like it has like a tiny little brush. Let's open it up. So it has this tiny little brush. I think it would do a good job underneath on the lower lash line. Let's hope it does. I got the regular one. They have a waterproof one as well, but I got the regular one to try out. Maybe later on we can go in and get the waterproof, but I'm excited to try this mascara. For brows, nothing has changed. I am still gonna be using this Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks eyebrow powders. Still using this, and I'm still not finished with my eyebrow pencil. I'm almost there, so I'm still gonna keep using this. And to set it, I'm still using the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. Pretty good gel. And then these are the brushes that I use. This one to clean up, this one to deposit the powder. And this is the concealer that I use to clean up underneath my brows. I am not sure if I'm going to repurchase this when I finish it. I might just purchase this shade. I feel like that's the shade that I use the most. This one's just a little bit too deep. These are too light. But I do like this. I really like it because I can use this like all over the face, especially this one under the eyes, although it can crease quite a bit if we're not careful. But I don't know, I think I'm just gonna purchase this shade right here, and that's it. A few more things to put in, and we're gonna move on to the lips. So for eyeliner to track my lashes, I'm still gonna be using this one from Pretty Vulgar. I really am enjoying this one. And part of Project Pan is this Cover FX highlighter, or a liquid illuminator, whatever you want to call it. I can't finish this darn thing. And then for liner, I am pulling out, this one's brand new. I finished my last NYC liquid liner, so I'm going to try this one, NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I've heard good things about it, so I picked it up to give it a try, and this is just in the shade Black. To prime my eyes, I'm still not finished with this CoverGirl one. I got a little bit left, but I'm trying to finish it up. It's not my favorite. It doesn't have any like pigmentation to it. It's just more like a sticky base. And then also my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand. I just use this to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. And then the concealer I will be using this month is the L'Oreal True Match. I use the shade W56. I find this a really good shade for NC42 as a concealer. For lips, we're using, these are the lips that I'm currently going to be using, and these are just extras, and I do have another little bit more of lipsticks up here that I'm going to be pulling from. So last month, these are the lipsticks we pulled, and I only used this, this, and this. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? So I am gonna still use this one. These two I am going to get rid of. They're way past their expiration date, and I've just been holding on to them, and I didn't even use them this month, and I was supposed to get rid of them at the end of the year. So I'm just gonna pull them out of my collection and declutter them because they're super old. Okay, so I am gonna keep the red because hello Valentine's Day. I am going to keep this bow and arrow one. I am going to keep this Notion in here as well. And let's see, we will keep this one in here. And we will pull this one out. I'm also going to add these back in here with the NYX lips, what are you called? NYX lip creams. And put these in there. I am also going to keep out those peachy because I do have those peach eyeshadows that I want to make looks with. I'm also going to add this one in here. This is the Milani, what are you called? Hypnotic Lights in the shade Luster Light. I'm going to put this like a lip topper, and I'm also going to add a few of these regular lipsticks. Let's start swatching these so you guys can see. I know last video I was asked to swatch some of these lippies, so let's get to swatching. So this one was part of BoxyCharm for January, and it is the Havana Nights Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick by Ofra. I have not used this yet. I'm excited. That one. And then ColourPop Arriba with I Love Sarai collab. Bow and Arrow by Kat Von D. This one is 42 by Rimmel. Notion by ColourPop. This one is number 600, Keep It Coral by Rimmel. And now I'm going to swatch these three NYX. This is Stockholm, London, and Cannes. And the last three, I have Peachy by Dose. Gorgeous. 45 by Rimmel. And then the lip topper by Milani. For lip liner, I'm gonna pull these two out. I have Boldly Bare by MAC, and that's what that looks like. And then the next one is a really tiny one from NYX, and it's called Earth Tone, and that's more of a deeper brownie color. And lastly, for lashes, I am gonna use these from Dep. It's called DEP. I got these in Santa Ana, Orange County, the Makeup Stop store and at the mall in Santa Ana. These I've used probably like 2 times, so I want to finish using these up for the month of February and maybe start getting some new lashes. I think I have like 3 more pairs of lashes left in my collection, and then to get some new ones. Finally, I'm using up all my lashes, guys. I'm so excited. So these are all the goodies that I'm pulling out for February and everything that I get to play with. Again, these are just the middle portion that I'm playing with, not any of these side ones. These are liquid lipsticks, and not this one. And then these are some glosses that I have on here, in here as well. But we are focusing just on this middle section. And of course, my monthly makeup basket. These are all the goodies that I pulled out for the month of February. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so by clicking that subscribe button down below, and also click that notification bell. That way you get notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you guys. Can't get this out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys and stay blessed. Bye.